What's up, guys? This is Young Breezy to bring you guys a brand new video today. Today I'm going to bring you guys a top 10 video on cards you could use against True King dinosaurs. Before we get into that, cue the intro. Alright guys, let's get straight into it. We're going to start off with number 10, and what I have for that is Mask of Restrict. Now the reason why I put Mask Restrict here on this list is because not only obviously the true dinosaurs are going to be coming out, I just mixed that, make it short, and it's gaining popularity in the OCG, not only because True Draco is going to be a thing, but you're able to use it against the field spell for the True King dinosaurs. So they're not able to trigger the effects and be able to actually be great and do things. And the fact of the matter of, VFD is a card. But basically, I really feel Mask Restrict's can help you against the True King dinosaurs. So make sure you guys pick them up before they skyrocket. And yeah, so that's what I have for number 10. Number 9 I have is Typhoon. I was debating on putting it on this list, but I thought, hey, why not? Obviously, the field spell is one of the big parts that everybody's looking forward to. What's the rarity going to be? I'm pretty sure it can either be Ultra or Secret. Sadly, everybody doesn't want it to be Secret, but if it does, you already know it's going to go up in value, which means that's where Typhoon comes in, and it eliminates your opponent from being great and using the field spell. So if you're going second and you're main decking it, such as in Clifford format, people were using Typhoon against Scout because they were going second. Instead of obviously having Twin Twister as an answer or MST, you can have your one card answer on going second, instead of waiting, going first, setting Twin Twister, and then having a discard outlet and paying that cost to blow up a card. I just personally feel that Typhoon could be either a main deck or a side deck against True King dinosaurs. So that's what I have for number 9 is Typhoon. Number 8, I have a Mischief of the Gnomes. I was debating again this card being on the top 10 because it's iffy. Yes, it's a trap card, but it also can help you against that matchup of True King dinosaurs. For anybody who does not know what Mischief of the Gnome does, it basically allows you to reduce all cards, in your hand or in the hand and on the field by 1. Now, this card was being used against the mirror match of Burning Abyss, and people were prepared to put in their extra deck stuff that can give them the extra edge over their opponent, because obviously they weren't smart enough to do this. Now in this certain matchup, I personally feel it can help you, because not only can the dinosaurs not be able to synchro, but as well as you have VFD, which is going to be their big boss monster that you're going to eliminate them going into, because it needs, I believe, 2 level 9s. So if you use Mischief of the Gnome against your matchup in the side deck, or hell, even the main deck if you need to, because if it doesn't hurt you, then you're in the clear. But you're not allowing them to make VFD, because then that's going to make their monsters an 8. So which means they're going to have to prepare and put a rank 8 in there on something that they don't want to, do. So if this card ends up seeing play, then they'll be prepared and everything else. So that's what I have for number 8. Number 7, I have Gozen Match. Now this card has not been played since, I want to say maybe Dino Rabbit or Dragon River format. I could be totally wrong. And the reason why I say this is because, with the attributes and everything, obviously True Kings and dinosaurs have totally different attributes. So in this case, again, if it does not hurt your deck whatsoever, side deck this card, because it's going to make your matchup 100 times better. So that's what I have for number 7. Number 6, I have xWaZzeR. I probably butchered it. Now again, this is an old card that people played against either Telenites or they played against Burning Abyss. The reason why was because obviously what it does the same thing as Mischief of the Gnome, except it's a continuous trap. And most of these cards on this list are traps, but since, you know, everybody's having D-barrier strikes and everything else to eliminate their opponent from being great, why not play this card as well? Eliminating your opponent from overlaying or synchroing, such as the True Kings, and that's what Mischief of the Gnome and Sty does. It eliminates your opponent from going to the typical plays, making them think, hey, what can I do to get rid of this card? Yeah, I mean, the fact that, you know, Imperial Order is either being mained or side decked, but that's why these cards are a little bit better than waiting on, let's say, I don't know, a Space or a Cosmic Cyclone or whatever. Here's your best bet. So this is why I put it for number 6, Station of the Shirt. Number 5, I have the Transmigration of Prophecy. This is another card that was iffy. I was looking up different cards and I stumbled upon this because I was side decking it at one point in Dark Worlds. Maybe have not been the best bet, but the fact, again, with what this card does is you target, you basically shuffle 2 cards in the graveyard and then shuffle them back into the deck, whether it's your opponent's or yours, that's your choosing. But I believe the dinosaur part of the deck, they have some graveyard effects. I forgot which one it is. I think you banish him and then you get to do something. Could be totally wrong. But yeah, you don't want to give your opponent extra resources, but do you really want them either one to draw into it or for them to pop off from the graveyard? That's for you to decide. That's what I have for number 5, is the Transmigration of Prophecy. Number 4, I have Black Horn of Heaven. This card has not been played because of the errata. From the errata, basically what Konami did was make sure that it says that when your opponent special summons exactly 1 monster, you can basically negate it. What it used to do is kind of like what Grand Horn of Heaven does. You basically were able to, you know, get rid of whatever you wanted, except with Grand Horn of Heaven, they draw. With this instance, I feel like this card can see a little more comeback to get rid of whatever, you know, you think is problematic, whether it's the Cheeria Beast, or it's the VFD, or it's really anything that you feel or that you fear is going to affect your deck and you may not be able to get over. So that's what I have for number 4. For number 3, I have another old card, Rivarly of the Warlords. Now, this kind of does the same thing as Gozen Match, except it's by type. Each player can only control a type. So you're, again, picking and choosing, or your opponent has to pick or choose which type that they want. Knowing that the True King Draco, or what, True King Dinosaur deck, one's a worm and one's a dinosaur. So they need to choose which engine that they want to run. Most likely it's going to be the dinosaurs. So that's why I personally feel that Rivalry of the Warlords can possibly see some shine either in an anti-meta deck such as various statues or really anything else, so this doesn't hurt you, or you can run it in the side deck so obviously it doesn't hurt you. Obviously not in the mirror match, this is not optimal, but I just personally feel it deserves a spot at number 3. Number 2, I just personally feel this card can help you not really get OTK'd. Obviously, it's counted as a hand trap to a point, and that is Swift Iron Scarecrow. Not Swift Iron Scarecrow, Swift Scarecrow, my bad. Basically, when your opponent declares an attack or a direct attack, if you have no monsters on field, you get to pitch it, and then obviously you end, I believe you either end the battle phase or negate the attack. And I just personally feel that this will help you, especially against this matchup, because I know this deck can OTK fairly easy. And if you really want to at least maybe make a turn, I guess, to see what you end up drawing, see if you can make that ultimate top deck, Swift Scarecrow is your guy. I believe this card was actually being played somewhere around like Heretics, or just basically the OTK type of formats. So that's what I have for number 2 is Swift Scarecrow. For the ultimate number 1 spot, I have Smashing Ground. Now, I think a lot of people may not actually remember what Smashing Ground does. I'm going to kind of inform you on what it does. Basically, what Smashing Ground does is you get to, I don't know if it really targets, but the lower attack and destroy it. And I feel like this, I think it's lowest defense or highest defense. I could be totally wrong, but I will put it somewhere here on the screen. This card was actually being played around the Dino Rabbit format because, yeah, you had a diverse format like this, but a lot of people were playing more of the Dino Rabbit, so you were able to kind of get more of an advantage against your opponent, and that's why I feel this deserves the #1 spot. You can use this in the mirror match, you can use it against your matchup, whatever you choose. I hope you guys did enjoy this top 10 video. Let me know in the comment section down below if there were any cards that I missed. If there was, comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about these cards against the True King Dinos. If there's anything I missed, like I said, down below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. As always, this is Young Breezy, and I'm out. Deuces.